Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Meoni of the AceGames team, and today I'm on the public test realms of World of Warcraft, testing out the latest additions to the 5.2 PTR. The latest PTR build added a lot of really cool stuff, namely of which you may have missed off of the public test realm notes when it was announced. Actually, the mentioning of the Zandalari scouts, which have a chance of dropping some really cool stuff. Now, these are actually in the 5.2 PTR right now. You can actually go and test these, and these are new rare mobs which you can find all around Pandaria at coastal locations. So any of the coastal zones such as Kunlai Summit, Townlong Steppes, Krasrang Wilds, any of that coastal stuff will have one of these. From what we've seen, we currently believe that there is only one of these per zone, which can spawn at any one time. The spawn locations may differ slightly, but I will include map footage along the way of the various other locations that we find. But first, let's talk about the actual boss mechanics, since they are all basically the same as it stands on the PTR. Now, you may have seen me get absolutely trucked by the first ability I'm going to talk about, and that's Falling Meteor. This is an easily avoidable AoE that I'm studying here just to show off the damage. It does absolutely destroy you. This is an ability that can be cast on anybody, really, and obviously you want to kite it out of this if you're tanking it in it, and that's the first major ability you want to avoid. It hits for about 178,000 damage on cloth. Secondly, periodically through the fight, the rare will spawn these vengeful spirits, which are not unlike the mobs of the same or similar name in Sunken Temple. Basically, you just need to kite away from these. These are very slow moving mobs. These are, however, stunnable, and so is the boss. They are also repentanceable, so you can actually repentance them for the entire duration they're up. They're only up for a short amount of time, and then they despawn. Do not focus any fire on them, it's completely wasted. Just focus on the boss and kite away. However, if they do hit you, they have absolutely devastating melee damage. The only other mechanic is occasionally you will see spiders or scarabs spawn. These are small AoEable mobs which will be passively AoEable and have like 5 HP and die very quickly. Apart from that, all of these bosses follow the same archetype of moves, and once you know one of them, you know them all. It's all about kiting and staying alive. You're obviously going to require a tank for this, and potentially a healer as well for lesser geared groups. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of what we're doing this for, the possibility of getting a mount. Now, surprisingly, amazingly, we managed to get a mount on the first kill. Now, we thought that this may be a 100% drop on the PTR, just for PTR purposes or something, but it turns out after killing many more of these, none of the others dropped any mounts, so we were very fortunate here. I'm going to take a look at that mount in a second. Now, other items you can get off of these bosses include large and small Zandalari supplies. The larger ones will award you with a chance of getting Shar crystals, enchanting mats, that sort of stuff, and the smaller one, as you would imagine, lesser interesting items and enchanting mats, a little like the other rares in Pandaria, along with these reputation rewards for various factions in Mists of Pandaria, such as Klaxi all the way to Golden Lotus, and back down to Shadowpan again. So these are really cool items. These award 250 rep a pop, I believe, and these are actually bind on account, so you can send these to your alts and use them to get your rep up on alts. Now, this is possibly one of the coolest ideas. They wanted to implement something that was a fun way of getting rep. I think they've achieved it here. A chance of getting mounts, pets, you name it. So let's actually have a look at our prize, shall we? And then we're going to take a little look at the other spawn locations. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Reins of the Slate Primordial Direhorn. And with a name like that, it's certainly got the looks to match. Would you look at that? Isn't that absolutely fantastic? Blizzard really went all out with this model. I am absolutely impressed beyond belief here. This is really good texture work. Obviously, it will come in various different colours that you will have to farm your ass off to get if you want them. All of those are listed on MMO Champions front page. There's various different versions, but this is the slate coloured one, and it's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Just take a moment to savour the mount design gone into this. It just shows that Blizzard are not short of good ideas for mounts, and I would certainly grind my arse off to try and get hold of this. So now let's take a little look at where we can get this. So not unlike the previous location, this is also on the coast, on the eastern side, not too far away from the previous location in Jade Forest. In Kunlai Summit is your next location that we're going to look at, and it's just here on the eastern side here, the southeastern corner. And it's very easy to find these spawn locations, I'll be honest, because you'll see a giant pterodactyl in the air. So next up, we're in Krasrang Wilds, and we're next to the island that you do the August Celestial dailies on, this little sandbank, and you will find him here on his own little island. We don't think there are any other locations that these can spawn in the zones, so they should be here when they are up each time. Moving on. Now we're in Dreadwastes, and where I am on the location on the map is where the next one, that's the pterodactyl I was talking about that we had killed in the previous shots, that will signify where it is. And there he is here on the bank waiting to be killed, so you can get a really cool mount. Next one. And the final location here in Townlong Steps, which is next to the entrance to, I forget what dungeon that is, that 5-man, but just to the left of it, next to this camp, which is possibly the strangest one of the lot in location, but next to this little camp, this is where this dude will spawn. And that's pretty much it, guys. So hopefully this video has been some interest to you. Hopefully this got out as fast as possible, so as many people as possible can take a look at this as it is on the PTR right now. For more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to AceGamesTV, as we put out weekly videos all to do with this stuff as it comes available to us. Thank you very much for watching my video. My name's been Meoni of the Ace Games team, and I'll see you next time.